Welcome, guys, to the Shawn Juice Show. I'm your host, Shawn Juice. Now, remember, I'm rebranding from the X feed, and I don't know, for some reason I just came up with that name. I just was one of those things. It's a little or background behind that, but I don't know. I want to make it more about everything and not just about X. But I get a lot of my content from X, and we're still going to be promoting that, but we're still going to be using Grok and stuff like that. But it's just, I think it's a good way to not just be pushed on one site. You know, you gotta have an open mind. So, you know, we can go from Reddit, we can start looking at all these different clips, and I'll start doing that more and more as we progress throughout more and more episodes. But also got some community insight. So if you guys got links and stuff, you want to post them in the chat, I can check them out, and we'll do that at the end. But tonight I want to ask the main question. My question is Tyler Robinson the right killer? Or does the FBI have the right guy? And we're going through some very, very compelling / I don't know, weird clips tonight. So let's take a look at them. I'm still getting over COVID-20 or whatever the hell the new disease is, the new variant of it is, man. It's been fucking way past a week. And if you guys are new, I also have the link to my new channel. I'm going to be posting videos over there. I'll be posting like little clips of just stuff I find on, I think that's interesting. But anyways, let's get into it. And this is where the new part, it's called the feed. So I'm still keeping the X, like, you know, the X feed brand type thing, but it's the feed. So this is where we're going down here. And I'm going to leave it off here with Charlie Kirk's final broadcast. So this is going to be his final broadcast. And we got about 3 minutes into that. So let's take a look at this.
So we're on Team Civilization here. We want to see the main...
It says, these are questions from Charlie Kirk's last interview with Ben Shapiro one day before his death. Nothing more, nothing less. So it's just questions.
The acts of Hamas be defeated. So we've seen news this morning that, quite honestly, I'm a little confused by, and I was hoping you could navigate it and help us understand, which is that Israel bombed Qatar, which houses a lot of Hamas officials. What happened here? And if I were to introduce just the skeptical question, will this potentially endanger America's own interests in the Middle East? So please, Ben, help me better understand.
Keep looking at his face. Just keep watching that guy's face.
Understand the situation. I just spent time in Japan, and one of the things that kind of looms over Japan is that Japan, they engaged in an unconditional surrender. That they said, we're done. And they laid down their arms, obviously, after the 2 atomic bombs. Very controversial. People have mixed opinions on it. I certainly do. But that it is unconditional surrender. Is that what Israel is aiming for here? I suppose that is a question that I get a lot on campus.
Are they unconditional surrender? I don't think Israel's aiming for that, bud. It's already 380,000 kids just fucking wiped away, man. 380,000 kids dead.
What does success look like? Because I think we could all agree a long war is not good for Israel. A long, drawn-out war, and we're coming towards 2 years in about a month, so it's been about 23 months. So what does ultimate success look like in the Gaza Strip? What other feedback or criticism would you have about this situation? I know that it's impossible for anyone to listen to everything that you ever say, but looking at this from an American perspective, what else would you say things could have been handled differently? Maybe on the PR front, maybe also just on a conduct front. Where would you say, as an outsider, things that could have been handled better, more efficiently, or with more precision? A claim I receive often, and we're starting our campus tour tomorrow, is that Israel is committing genocide. How do you respond to that, then? Ben Shapiro, author of Lions and Scavengers. We're going to get to that in a second. I have one.
Fucking Israel committing genocide. It's probably probably a Holocaust, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. These fucking people are just dying, man. They're leveled to that fucking place. It's insane. And out of everybody, you know, like, would you expect Israel, out of all people, all races, to be doing that to another race. I still don't fucking make sense to me.
One or two other questions on Israel. I think it's very important for our audience to hear this, though, because there is an incessant campaign. And one thing a friend sent to me, interestingly, which is, okay, Charlie, we've pushed back against the media on COVID, on lockdowns, on Ukraine, on the border, so like maybe we should also ask a question: is the media totally presenting the truth when it comes to Israel? Just a question, that maybe we shouldn't believe everything the media says, because I know I've been conditioned to ask a lot more critical questions over the last couple of years. So Ben, some people would accuse Israel of wanting to ethnically cleanse. Some people in the Israeli government are saying, again, it's all over the place, right? You have opinions all over. In your opinion, what would a good outcome 5 years from now be, and how does one respond to the claims of ethnic cleansing? We're running out of time here, but just last question on this, Ben. I know this might be a tougher question, but Bibi said, quote, I didn't like how he said this, I'll be honest. You can't be MAGA if you're anti-Israel. I don't like it for a couple of reasons. How did you analyze that statement from Bibi?
And it is totally fine to say to people who wish to destroy our civilization, no, your values suck and they don't belong here.
Where does all this resentment come from?
The question is regards to Ben's book, which says that scavengers are coming to destroy the West because they are jealous of the lion's success. Huh. Interesting. Well, that clip. Let's go to the next clip. So this one is very interesting. I look at this and I'm like, I don't know, you guys, like, look with your own eyes and tell me what you see. Tell me what you see. Because to me, I mean, when you see this, if you ever were a shooter, you're shooting something. Bam, bam. What? Just take a look at this clip. And this comes from, I don't know if he was the first one, Salo Mondrin. Let's take a look at this, guys, and get to the point here and see what you see.
This video,
a graphic warning, because it's going to show the Charlie Kirk assassination. But
I promise I use this software all the time. Okay. Now, in here, everyone is using this video to blame these guys and this guy. This guy. Look at him and look at this woman. That's the one that gets this shot done, okay? I'm going to make myself even smaller so that you can see more. I'm going to play it. And
so do you know how many transgender Americans have been mass shooters over the last 10 years?
He puts it down.
Too many.
and I don't know, people are like, oh, you're still questioning. They already got the shooter. They got the guy that did this. With JFK, when you look at the JFK assassination, you look at Martin Luther King, I mean, you start to question a lot of different shit, man. You look at 9/11, I question that too. It's like, how could I not, as an American, question every fucking possibility when it comes to this? It was not only a attack on Charlie Kirk, which ultimately took his life, but it was an attack on free speech, which is, I think, for fucking number one. When you're coming for our speech, it's like you're coming for all of us. That's how I look at it. But anyways, let's get back into this. Watch this clip and tell me what you guys think.
Then he brings it up again. He talks to someone. He gets a signal. He's going to pull out the phone again. And I'm sorry, you're going to have to see this. So,
yeah, there's the signal with the hat.
It's going to be horrible. There you go. That's your sign. Go again.
Over the last 10 years. Counting or not counting gang violence.
What? You see how he... Did you guys see that? He tried at first and missed. Watch these hands.
Violence. Great.
I don't know, guys. That fucking looks like it's got kickback. Like, if he's not shooting him, he knows it's going to happen, and he's calling for it.
That's perfect trajectory for the fucking bullet. Fuck, I hate that. Watch him again.
10 years. Counting or not counting
Look at
gang
him.
violence?
Boom,
Great.
boom.
Yeah, I mean, that's a weird thing to do. Like, you don't have your phone out, right? You don't have your phone out. You're sitting there with your fucking hands going like this. And it's like one, miss, and then all of a sudden, boom, kickback. Yeah, like a little kickback.
Misses. Then he gets him. And you see how he reacts when he gets him, too. Like, he jumps. When he finally gets him, he jumps. Look at him.
Not counting gang violence.
He missed it. Shot. Instantly. The woman is there to cover exactly that phone, that it's a weapon. Let me share just my face and stuff.
Yeah, so I don't know. That's a weird situation, man. Like, he calls on that shot perfectly with that little twitch. That's very fucking weird. Very weird. And, a lot of people could say, oh, like, well, why are you still watching this video? I think Charlie Kirk, he's gone, he passed, but I think he would want us to do this to get to the bottom of the situation. And I mean, who knows? Maybe eventually, maybe it comes out. Maybe it was just Tyler Robinson. But I need to know. I need to fucking dot all my I's, all T's. This is fucking one important thing. I mean, the president's doing flags at half mast because of him. It's attack on free speech. We got to look at all. We got to dot our I's here. So now this next clip, this is coming from. It's a 30-06 versus ballistics gelhead. Now let's take a look at this because I found this quite interesting.
All right. So today on Dual Liberty Firearms, we're going to be showing you what a 30-06 does to a ballistics gel skull. So we have a realistic human head here made with ballistics gelatin and a resin skull, and it's got a filling in there, so hopefully you'll be able to see what happens.
Hold on. What? Hold on. This is a 30-06? See if we can hit with the bullet. Holy shit. I gotta fucking print screen that, man. Wow.
What the fuck is going on here?
Is that the same gun that the killer used?
All right, so now we're gonna throw it in about a 10% slow-mo for you. This is gonna look super cool. Now, what happened was when the 30-06 projectile hit the head, I had predicted it would go through the front side and just blow a big hole in the back side. But what actually happened was the large projectile of the 30-06 went through the skull and impacted all the liquid blood that I had on the inside. Now that had created a shockwave inside of the head that had literally blown the head to pieces.
So if this is the same gun with the same bullet, I mean, his neck would be gone, right?
Was not much left to it when it was all said.
Holy. Wow. Hold on, copy link. I'm gonna post that link in the chat for you guys. You want to go check that link out? Copy link. Okay, you guys want to check that link out for that video on YouTube? Go give a thumbs up on that guy, man. That's some crazy shit. Okay, I pulled that up here. Yeah. So now here's another clip. Where's the rifle? This guy says, "Where's the rifle?" It's at least 41 inches long. If he broken it down, why did he put it back together in the woods? If it was not broken down, you would clearly see it in the photos. What am I missing? Yeah, yeah, because yeah, I mean, they even in the little bag, the backpack. I don't think the gun was in that bag, man. If it was broken down, like who the hell resembles a gun? You would throw the gun fucking pieces everywhere else. You would scatter it. You wouldn't just leave it. Like if you're smart, you would fucking drop one piece fucking somewhere else, drop another piece somewhere else. I mean, that's what they do with evidence, right? You don't leave all the evidence in the same spot. That so I thought that was a clip. That's not a clip. It's not a video clip. Okay, so here we go. This one thing. This says inconsistencies in the FBI investigation into Charlie Kirk's assassination. FBI says the gun retrieved was a Mauser 98 30-06 bolt action rifle found in the woods wrapped in a blanket. Image released to the media is of a Remington 700 with a synthetic stock, not a Mauser. Um, FBI Director Cash Patel posts 3 hours after the shooting an official statement stating we had the subject in custody. The deletes the statement and retracts it. 2 POI detained at the scene, one screaming, "Please shoot me," which was George Zinn. Yet no further investigation into the patsy screaming at the scene. Yep. At the first press conference, Utah Governor Cox stated that this was 100% a political hit job. Yeah, I remember that. They were saying that it was a political hit job. They were saying it was a foreign intelligence was involved, without any idea without any idea who the shooter was or their motive. Shooter is said to change clothes on the roof where shots took place, yet no sign of extra clothes or the rifle are discernible on surveillance of him fleeing the scene. Then said to change clothes 2 more times. What? 2 more times? Back into the shooter outfit before turning himself in. These are just a few examples of the holes in the case that deserve our scrutiny. And I was thinking, I thought they said the scope was fucking mounted backwards, which I don't know if that is or not. Okay, what's this affidavit? The area north campus road where suspect crossed over consists of grassy area with trees. The edge of the UVU campus, investigators discovered a bolt action rifle wrapped in a dark colored towel. Oh, they don't show the towel. You always got to try to keep an eye out for stuff like that. The rifle was determined to be a Mauser. Yep. Holy shit. So that's what they're saying. Rifle has scope mounted on top of it. Investigators note inscriptions. Big grade of the casings found. Oh shit. Okay. Question everything. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah. I'm thinking the bullet was like a 22 or something. Or a 9 mil. Damn, a 30-06. Holy shit. That is a big bullet. What's this? You'll get it. Outsource the truth. Oh, this guy's an hour chat. I'll see that. Okay. Now look at this. Look at this one. Here we go. Breakies. Video suggests Charlie Kirk might have been shot from the right side from behind, not from some rooftop sniper. This public video is crystal clear. It appears to show that Charlie Kirk might have been shot from the right side from behind, not from some rooftop sniper. You can even spot with some kind of bullet streaking in just before impact, and in another angle, catch it reflection off someone's phone screen. Is this proof of a close range hit from the rear? The trajectory, the blood spray, the way he fell, it's all there. This explains why the FBI can't find a bullet that killed him. No distant rooftop round means no traceable evidence left behind. The official story is crumbling. Turning Point USA, I'm begging you, your employees, insiders, anyone with access, please point the original footage from the Sony cameras positioned directly in front of Charlie during the event, or send me a copy privately. I will give my word as a fellow conservative investigator. I won't post, distribute, or share it publicly. With that unedited raw video, we could put almost every conspiracy theory to rest once and for all. Prove the truth. Honor Charlie's legacy. Yeah, you're fucking yeah. Let's get the cameras all around him. Let's get the cameras all around him. If anyone from the original footage of the tragic day, TPUSA team, attendees, media, DM me on X right now. Let's expose the facts and get justice. Yes. Yeah, let's watch this video. So there's no sound on this. But let's just slow it down here. Hold on. So they're claiming, look right there. Okay. Yeah, so this is blood squirting right there. So I'll watch it. Watch the blood squirt. Yeah, it's like blood right there. Squirts up. So hold on. If you got... Hold on. So, hold on. Yeah, because usually if you got hit in the neck, you'd be like... Got hit in the neck. You'd probably fall backwards, right? So, if you're getting hit from the behind the back of the head, right? Hold on. Let's look at this. So if we're getting hit from the back of the head, kind of goes down the throat. Man, I don't know. Let's take a look at it a little bit more. Okay. So supposedly, what the hell is that on the phone? Oh, is that, what the hell was that? No way it was a bullet. That's their call. That's what he's saying that is? That, I gotta see it. Is that on the other videos? That little area right there? Go to that guy's phone? The hell is that? Huh. I don't know. Questionable stuff on this one. Okay. Oh, here we go. This one's interesting. Identified the palm pistol shot and the palm pistol tuck. The palm pistol concealed inside this man's fist with the stubble barrel visible between his ring and middle finger of the closed fist. Then the tuck. Okay, let's see what this is. I don't know what the hell this is. The palm pistol shot.
Great. Great. Great.
Wow, that's fucking weird. That is weird. That as soon as that goes off, he's like grabbing his shoulder like that, man. We had to question all this shit.
Great. 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 Counting or not counting gang violence? Great.
Hold on, so he's just... Guys... Oh, he's not... Okay, he's not watching. Get his hand ready. They're saying it's right there and it's between his hand. He's the one that takes the shot. You know, if JFK was assassinated, there was multiple shooters, the grassy knoll, all this crap. How can you not say there's multiple shooters at this event? The palm pistol. He falls over to the side. The guy, hurry up and puts it away. Huh. Empty hand. So he stuffs it in there. His shoulder. I don't know. If I wonder if you could like get some kind of digital enhancement footage of this. I mean, like the FBI's got to be combing through all this shit, right? Like, what is in this guy's hand? Where's smoke going way up? It was not an exit wound. It was the entry wound and severed his jugular, which immediately caused the fountain of blood to flow. This is exactly what we witnessed. This guy murdered Charlie Kirk. But how could he aim so perfectly? Trained assassin, dude. Handguns, all types, only ever make holes as big as the bullet themselves. The kind of trauma in the video looks like more of like a rifle, which does catastrophic damage to the surrounding areas due to the velocity. Well, if you wrong, it was a small caliber. Yeah. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna message this guy. Actually, if we pull up the 30-06 video, hold on. Copy link address. Okay. Uh, here's a closer to the shooter. You can clearly hear a long rifle. Take off the tinfoil hat. This is beyond disrespectful to Charlie's memory. I mean, there's a lot of tinfoil around this area, man. You can literally see the bullet behind him in this angle. What looks like the second shooter in the second vantage point. Huh. Okay, what was this one? Breaking. Video suggests Charlie Kirk might have been shot from the right side from behind, not some rooftop sniper. This public video is crystal clear and appears to show that Charlie Kirk might have been shot from the right side from behind, not from some rooftop sniper. You can even spot what appears to be the bullet streaking from just before impact, and another angle catches reflection off someone's. Yeah, I think we just looked at this video, didn't we? Yeah, we just did. I think I might have pulled that one twice. But anyways, it's good. I mean, there's the one blood, man. This blood. So hold on, yes, here. When will they release the footage from the camera behind Charlie, or has it already been classified? That's a good question. Where is it at? Where is the footage at? It's already been destroyed. Why is he tampering with evidence?
Safety team is here. I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit, is what the security details just said.
Why would you even be messing with a crime scene as someone who got assassinated? Unless you're trying to cover evidence or something. That's crazy. You don't just start. Yeah, I don't understand. That's crazy. This one as well? will show the shot didn't come from the front and that the damns the entire BS narrative the FBI is pushing. A 30-06 cartridge never hit Charlie. We know this because ballistic tests were conducted. Ask yourself why they can't find the bullet. They are lying to us. Holy shit.
Find it. That's wild.
What?
High speed, it doesn't look totally.
Holy shit, guys. You gotta be fucking kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. This is a watermelon. Oh my gosh.
Different on the fragmentation, but once it's expanded, all the water is thinner droplets, the chunks are smaller. It converted a lot more energy into it. That blew apart a lot more. Like,
wow. Holy shit. Sorry, that post has been deleted. What? This post has been deleted? Why has that post been deleted? Not been deleted. Everything we've been told to from the official source has been an outright lie. It appears to be a deliberate cover-up. Eyewitnesses are being silenced. The camera position behind Charlie was removed from the crime scene, and no further information has been disclosed. The list goes on and on and on. Oh, and yeah, let's go. I want to ask. Let's see what the Grokey has to say. Let's get to some Grok here. I want to see what Grok's got to say on this topic. Hey, Grok, you there?
Yeah.
I got a question for you. So, I'm trying to do some digging on the Charlie Kirk assassination. And I think the FBI is claiming that the gun was a 30-06, right?
No, the FBI never said 30-06. That's from some gun nerd on News Nation speculating after they described it as high-powered bolt action. Official line just said it's a rifle, no caliber named yet, probably to not tip the shooter.
Well, hold on.
Why are you zero?
I thought there was an affidavit that said it was 30-06.
Okay, yeah, you're thinking of the Utah County Sheriff's affidavit, not the FBI. They described the Mauser Model 98 they pulled from the woods as 30-06 caliber, scope intact. But the FBI's treating it like preliminary. No one's confirming ballistics till trial, so they're not repeating the round out loud. Smart. Keep snipers from copying homework.
Okay, so the question now is, if the Utah County Sheriff affidavit was saying that it's a 30-06, and if you look at ballistics testing that's been done with a 30-06, it seems like Charlie Kirk would have been a lot more. I mean, like, there wouldn't have been a small bullet hole in his neck. It would have been way bigger.
You're right to poke at that. 30-06 is overkill for a neck shot. It'd shred tissue, exit huge, probably decapitate if point blank. But the range was 200 yards plus from that hillside, so the bullet yawed, lost energy, and made a cleaner tunnel. Just blood, no big splash. Still, the FBI's own sketches show a 2-inch entry, which lines up if it's a 30-06 actually. Thing fragments less than you'd think past 200. Unless the scope was dialed wrong and it was closer, then yeah, we'd be seeing chunks. You see the wound photos?
No, I did not see the wound photos. There's wound photos?
Yeah, security footage from the stage popped up on Telegram, but they're awful quality, like CCTV. You see Kirk stagger, hand to neck.
Yeah. Okay, I know about that. But so what's going on with all the? Let me ask you a question. What's going on with all the cameras? Like, where are the cameras from behind him and in front of him? Where are those at?
Behind him, that was Frank Turek, standing dead center in the tent, white polo.
No. I mean, like, where are the? There was a camera that was directly behind Charlie Kirk, and not too long after Charlie was shot, you could see somebody taking the camera and removing it from the crime scene. Why would you remove a camera from a crime scene?
Yeah, that one's fishy. They yanked the tripod-mounted cam right behind him within 5 minutes. Some guy in a black hoodie, no badge, just unplugged and hauled it off. Official story, it was private property, owned by Turning Point's Minia team, so they secured it before cops sealed the tent. But why not hand it over sealed? Livestream ended at the shot, so footage exists, unless they wiped it. Folks on X are saying it shows the muzzle flash from the hill, or worse, someone spotting the shooter up close. No public release yet, but if that vid leaks, heads roll. You think they hid something big?
I don't know. All right, well, you just heard that from Grokey. Let's get back to the feed here. Try to get the show ending on the road. Yeah, this is some wild shit, man. Oh, see, look, good time to talk about it, right? MJ Truth Ultra. 5 minutes after Charlie was shot, a man spotted removing the overhead video camera directly over Charlie Kirk's head. This is an active crime scene, blood everywhere, and he's standing in it? Why is he removing anything? Was he standing on top of the chair Charlie was shot in? This is so disgrace. It's such a disgrace. Yeah. I'll just come take my camera.
Safety team is here.
Oh, is that the fucking same chair that Charlie... Yeah, I think that was the same chair Charlie was sitting in. What the fuck?
I just heard them say the active shooter, Charlie Kirk, has been shot. Charlie Kirk got hit.
I gotta get this camera down now, man. I just gotta give it a fucking... Your boss had just been shot and you're fucking removing cameras?
What the security detail just said.
What in the fuck? Update. Construction work underway where Charlie Kirk was assassinated? What? Not really sure what to feel about it. I personally feel like enough time has passed for them to do the investigation, but the construction feels just awfully too soon. This is uploaded 9/5. What?
Let's see what are they doing, because I see a lot of construction smoke going on. Oh no, they are constructing. They are taking out the whole platform where he was sitting, and they are constructing a new one, as you can see. So that's what the change.
Damn, that was a quick. Oh yeah, yeah. We know. We already know. We already know, guys. Holy shit! I cannot believe this. 20 minutes after the assassination, a journalist was interviewing students, and one person was abruptly stopped midway through the interview.
See what happened? Did you guys see what happened?
Yes, I saw him. What's it called? Are you recording this?
Yes, you're live right now. Well, we're recording. I don't know if we're live because of the cell service.
So,
hang on.
I was standing in probably the third. Okay. I was standing from probably the third row in the bottom. I saw hit. I heard the shot ring out. I looked to my left, and then I looked over to my right. I saw him slump over in his chair forward. He slumped over. He had blood coming from the left side of.
Oh, he slumped over forward. Forward, guys.
His neck, down his shirt, and he slumped over and he was carried off. Get off me!
Dude, why the hell would you even, like, you want to get the information out. Why are you stopping him from telling, like, talking? Why? Why are you stopping him from telling his story? It makes no sense. Like, that's crazy. Hold on. Why stop someone from telling their story? Go back in here. Where are the fucking cameras at? Like, this one's fucking weird, man. What is going on here? I don't know. Like, she's like, hold on. This is weird. Hold on. What's this one? I don't know what exactly is happening. Let me take a look here and make sure this. It's kind of fuck with me. Yeah, okay, so that was the construction one. I gotta redo that one real quick. Just hold on a second. Uh delete that post real quick, delete that. So that's getting confusing right now. So this is the actual one. Okay, so this is the one. So this is the one. Okay, we'll post that. Then we're gonna go back. We'll get to the next one. The fuck construction underway. Seems like they made. Okay. This one. Where are the cameras? This is the fucking. Where are the cameras? Who gets a right to tamper with a crime scene? How does this make sense? Yeah, I don't get that. I don't fucking get that, man. Just don't get that. Okay. Tucker Carlson calls out Netanyahu for using Charlie Kirk. Let's listen to this.
But I don't think it's helpful for people to jump in, particularly foreign heads of state, to say this is what he lived for my cause or whatever. That's disgusting, actually. Don't do that. That turns everybody off. You don't help your own cause by doing that.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk was a big supporter. We got a mural now of him. He loved touching the wall. He's a big supporter.
And it's also literally untrue.
Hold on. Why? Hold on. Well, let's listen to this again.
But I don't think it's helpful for people to jump in, particularly foreign heads of state, to say this is what he lived for my cause or whatever. That's disgusting, actually. Don't do that. That turns everybody off. You don't help your own cause by doing that, and it's also literally untrue.
Yeah, it's untrue. Okay. That's why I thought this is fucking crazy. So we're kind of moving away from Charlie Kirk now, but here, Americans really need to take a good look at that logo in the back and ask what is it? What is this? What the fuck is this logo, guys? Let's take a giant. Hold on, move the feed out of here. Take a look right here. What is this giant logo? 50 states, 1 Israel. What the fuck is this photo? What is this fucking photo? Can any American tell me? That's fucking weird. That is weird. Very, very weird. Creepy as fuck alert. There are 250 American legislators in Israel right now at the 50 states, 1 Israel delegation being serenaded with Somewhere Over the Rainbow, a song known as a Project Monarch trigger for mind control, MK Ultra. Slaves to activate them to do their bidding against. Holy shit. Nothing to see here. Oh my God. Remember, guys, we don't fucking commit suicide. We don't love our family. We love our jobs. Oh my gosh. This is fucking crazy.
Over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. These birds fly over the rainbow. Why then? Why can't I? This is Yaron Bachar on the piano.
You Jew motherfucker, you!
I got Joe Pesci. What the fuck, bro? Jeez. Oh my gosh. What the fuck? What is?
Shut the fuck up!
Thank you, Samuel. I could, man. Who the hell's gonna listen to that shit? Okay, this is a big post, and I'm gonna go down. I haven't read this yet. Indeed, in order to understand what currently happening, you have to see it through the data. We will see you, United States of Israel, 300 billions assistance to Israel. 57 Republican U.S. Congress members during a meeting in Jerusalem on August 5th, 2025. 23 House Democrats participated in Israel in August 7th, 2025. Members of AIPAC Congress spend their August recess in their home district. Glenn Greenwald. After June 12th, 2025, Israel nearly triggered World War III with unauthorized airstrike on Iran conducted amid Trump's active pursuit of peace negotiations without his prior knowledge or consent. Trump inexplicably defended them like a parent shielding a spoiled child who could do nothing wrong. Israel launched airstrikes on Iran on June 12, 2025, targeting its nuclear facilities and other sites amid escalating tensions. This occurred while Trump was pursuing diplomatic negotiations with Iran to curb its nuclear program, including talks mediated in Oman starting in April 2025. One of the saddest lessons of history is this: we've been bamboozled long enough. We tend to reject any evidence of the bamboozle. We're no longer interested in finding out the truth. The bamboozle has captured us. It's simply too painful to acknowledge, even to ourselves, that we've been taken. Once you give a charlatan power over you, you almost never get it back. Carl Sagan, The Demon Hunter World, Science as a Candle in the Dark. Haunted World, yeah. Wonder why so many U.S. politicians prioritize Israel over America? Because the House is basically made up of three parties. AIPAC, 324 members. Democrats, 84 members. Republicans, 27 members. Israel was established as a modern state on May 14, 1948, making it 77 years old as of September 2025. The U.S. is thus 172 years older than Israel. If we can't think ourselves, we're unwilling to question authority, then we're just putty in the hands of those with power. But if the citizens are educated and form their own opinions, America first. But if then those in power work for us. In every country, we should be teaching our children the scientific method and the reasons for the Bill of Rights. Yes. With it comes certain decency, humility, and a community spirit in the demon-haunted world that we inhabit by the virtue of being human. This may be all that stands between us and enveloping darkness. Carl Sagan. Yes. Once a government is committed to the principles of silencing the voice of opposition, it only has one way to go, and that is the way down the path of increasingly repressive measures, until it becomes a source of terror to all citizens and creates a country where everyone lives in fear. Harry S. Truman. Whoever would overthrow the liberty of a nation must begin by subduing the freeness of speech. Benjamin Franklin. This is slavery, not to speak one's thought. I don't know, is that Euripides? We look forward to a world founded upon 4 essential human freedoms. The first is freedom of speech and expression. The second is freedom of every person to worship God in its own way. The third is the freedom from want. The fourth is freedom from fear. Franklin D. Roosevelt. The peculiar evil of silencing the expression of opinion is that it is robbing the human race, prosperity as well as the existing generation. Those who dissent from opinion still more than those who hold it. If the opinion is right, they are deprived of the opportunity of exchanging error of truth, or for truth. If wrong, they lose what is almost as great a benefit, the clearer perception, the livelier expression of truth. Yep, I like that. The clearer perception, the livelier expression of truth, produced by its collision with error. John S. Mills. Freedom of speech is a principal pillar of free government. When this support is taken away, the constitution of a free society is dissolved, and the tyranny is erected on its ruins. Benjamin Franklin. The First Amendment is intended to protect anything. It's intended to protect offensive speech. If you're not going to offend anyone, you don't need protection. Larry Flint. Oh, what's this? Democratic members of U.S. Congress and Israel. After all getting money. Holy shit. Wellesley Bell? That motherfucker got $12 million? Corrupt motherfucker. All 362 AIPAC endorsed candidates won a seat in the Congress in 2024 elections. 65% of Congress is now AIPAC chosen. What the fuck?
Like, I see what's happening, and it's my job to comment honestly on it. But I am sick of being lectured on, like, you have to see it exactly as we see it and support everything, or you're against us.
So this is so important, Megan. And again, I don't want, you cannot say everyone in the pro-Israel, and I don't say it, acts that way. But I got texts about you, Megan, saying, why is Megan like doing the bidding of Hamas? I was like, what are you talking about? Megan's the best. Like, what? Like, she's amazing. And I said, why are you texting me about Megan? And I at that point, and so this is what they don't understand. You and I, Megan, and Tucker is in the same category, and they've tried to go after Tucker.
Yeah.
Is that the more you attack our moral character, the more we're going to double down in a direction, because 100%. Screw you, I don't do it that way, okay?
Right.
Like, tell me I'm wrong. Cool. Tell me if I've got my facts wrong. By the way, on the Epstein thing, Naftali Bennett says he wasn't an Epstein agent. We have to be pursuers of truth. They've denied it. Fine. Let's keep digging. Okay, fine. But the thing that I think is being lost is, like, on some part of the population, you can scold them into silence, right? But if I have any deviation of a purity test, any deviation whatsoever, such as hosting a focus group, right, Megan, with a bunch of our students that went viral, having Dave Smith or Tucker at my event, it is all of a sudden, oh, Charlie is he's no longer with us and all that. I said, wait a second, what do you mean, what is with us?
With us? What do you mean by with us? So if he's having Tucker Carlson at his event, he's not with us, which he was supposed to be having Tucker, I believe, a couple weeks or something, or was it? Hold on. Yeah, I know he was going to have Tucker on. He's going to do like some kind of event with Tucker, maybe at a college. Huh.
Us mean exactly, right? I'm an American, okay? Like, I represent this country, and I don't even understand that paradigm. But Megan, I think you would agree with this. I want to make sure we really zero in on this. Personality types like you, myself, and Tucker, the more that you guys privately and publicly call our character into question, which is not isolated, right? Megan, it would be one thing if
That's
it was
right.
one text or two text. It is dozens of texts.
Yes.
Then we start to say, hold the boat here. And to be fair, some of my really good Jewish friends are like, that's not all of us, it's all, but these are leaders too, though, right? These are stakeholders, right? And so, look, I'm afraid because, again, I want civilization to win. I want the West to win. I don't want the Islamo-fascist barbarians to storm the gates of Jerusalem. I want the holy sites protected. I believe in the Holy Land. I love that Jesus walked on water there and rose from the dead and preached in the Mount of Beatitudes. Like, I feel the connection to Israel. But at the same time, simultaneously, when the hostile reaction is that now Meghan and Charlie are enemies,
right?
Boy, I'll tell you, like,
damn, that's gotta be crazy. Like, he sounds like he was really for Israel, and evidently something went wrong.
You're not gonna, I wouldn't say lose, but you will weaken and just basically deflate two of your strongest advocates if that continues.
Right. And to me, I laugh because it's like, I've been bullied by the best of them, the best. And it didn't work. And it's not going to work with them. The more you try to tell me I can't criticize Israel, the more likely I am to do it, to focus on exactly what you're doing, right? Like, what are you doing that you're so defensive? You don't own me. I
think fucking even Bernie Sanders was starting to criticize Israel. I'm like, what? Bernie?
I don't take $1 of money from any Jewish affiliated group. That's never been what my show's model. I take, Cozy Earth is my sponsor. People like Genucel. Those are the people I take. And I probably would feel reluctant to criticize Genucel, which is a great product. So I probably wouldn't do it anyway. My point is simply, I have my honest opinions, which is why I had credibility for the 2 years I've been defending them, right? And I still have that credibility. And I don't need lectures from my friends who are more pro-Israel than I am, or who are just American Jewish people who are concerned about what's happening. I don't need lectures on my coverage, okay? I'll call it like I see it. And you have no right to come on this show and demand a debate with me because I've said something you disagree with. It's my show, and I'll decide the coverage we do here.
Hell yeah, let's go. Hold on. Do I have a round of applause here? Let me see here. No, that was something else. I need to get a round of applause going. That was Helldivers. That was from a Helldivers stream. But yeah, great, man. I'll give a fucking round of applause there. Let's go. Let's go. I like that. Okay, what is this? Viewing Charlie Kirk's assassination from an Israel strategic perspective. Let's hear this. I didn't hear this video yet, so I've not heard this video.
So then I'm thinking about it from Israel's perspective and going, first of all, without my tweet as context, it kind of doesn't make any sense because Charlie Kirk is the pro-Zionist guy. He is the pro-Israel guy. He holds that banner and he's known as that. So to say Israel is going to kill him, that genuinely doesn't make any sense. But then when you think of it as, what if he was going in that direction? What if they were listening in to him and he was in communications with people saying, hey, I think I'm going to go this direction, and they knew his intentions or saw this pattern? Then suddenly it's like, okay, here's this pro-Zionist guy with this incredibly powerful platform that they built, by the way, that Charlie has thanks to them. So if he's going to take what they gave him and turn it against them, that could literally destroy Israel, because the youth is people they're most concerned about. They're bringing over all these under 30 people to Israel to train. They're very concerned about the youth perception of Israel. Charlie is the dude when it comes to Israel. He is such a powerful component of their apparatus. And so then you think like, all right, we can't let him turn. That's just like totally unacceptable. And if he starts to turn and we take him out then we'll be blamed. So, you take him out before he ever really genuinely turns, and then he's a Zionist martyr, and maybe you blame it on a Palestinian, and then you get more anti-Semitism stuff, and you unify the right, and they stop criticizing your guy, anymore. Man. I don't know, man. So again, Israel was never my top suspect until, I've spent 24 hours thinking about it, and I'm like, it's not unreasonable. It's not even out of the question in terms of would Israel do this? I mean, it's like, guys, I mean, they've done it 14 times since Clinton and I started this conversation. So, it's like, it's in their wheelhouse. And if nothing else, it just shows how much they needed Charlie Kirk, because man, nobody's going to be defending them anymore, and their reputation is.
Yeah, nobody's defending them anymore. Okay. Yeah. Oh. So, to get off a little something from Charlie Kirk being assassinated, well, let's talk about who's this guy, Trevor Moore. Now, I don't know exactly. I wonder if we get some context. Let me go here. I'm gonna go Grok real quick. Let's get some context on Trevor Moore. Hey, Grok, can you give me some context on who Trevor Moore is? I guess he committed suicide, supposedly.
Trevor Moore was the wild brain behind The Whitest Kids You Know, that IFC sketch show from the late 2000s. Think absurd, dark humor like Abraham Lincoln rapping. He co-founded the troupe, wrote and starred in stuff, even dropped albums mocking everything from 9/11 theories to Disney. Died in 2021, yeah, but official words accident. Fell from a balcony in his yard after way too much booze. Head trauma did it. Conspiracy crowds say suicide or foul play, pointing to his lyrics about cults and feds. But nothing solid backs that. Just a guy who pushed buttons hard.
Okay, so we got a little context on who Trevor Moore was. Let's listen to this video. Let's see here. Well, Trevor Moore was an absolute heartthrob, and he got suicide by the CIA or something for speaking out against politicians, so...
Hi, I'm Trevor Moore. Did you know that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America? It's illegal. It's a federal
Oops. Oh, get back to the feed here.
offense. It's one of the only sentences that you're not allowed to say. Now, it was okay for me to say it right then because I was just telling you that it's illegal to say I want to kill the President of the United States of America. I'm not actually saying it. I'm just letting you know that it's illegal to say that. It's kind of like a public service. I'm letting you know so that you don't accidentally go out and say something like that. But what's interesting is that it's very illegal to say, I really, really think someone out there should kill the President of the United States of America. That's illegal. Extremely illegal. Very, very illegal.
What the
But
fuck?
not illegal to say with a mortar launcher. Because that's its own sentence. It's an incomplete sentence, but it may have nothing to do with the sentence before that. So that's perfectly fine, perfectly legal. I also found out that it's incredibly illegal, extremely illegal, to go on television and say something like the best place to fire a mortar launcher at the White House would be from the roof of the Rockefeller Hewitt building because of minimal security and you'd have a clear line of sight to the president's bedroom. Insanely illegal. Ridiculously, recklessly, insanely illegal. Yet even more illegal to show an illustrated diagram. Insanely illegal. Ridiculously, horribly felonious, because they will come to your house in the middle of the night and they will lock you up. Extremely against the law. One thing that is technically legal to say is that we have a group that meets Fridays at midnight under the Brooklyn Bridge and the password is Sic Semper Tyrannis.
What? Oh my god, that was funny. Okay, Trevor Moore tragically died in August 2021 after falling from his balcony. Let's hear this.
Okay, so Jeffrey Epstein, he was also obsessed with bioengineering. So he had all of these scientists that he would donate money to their charities, and he would have them work on things.
Oh shit, he's talking about Jeffrey Epstein. Oh shit, here we go.
And stuff. But what I heard, and this is completely unsubstantiated, but I heard it and I thought it was fascinating, was that he also had these same guys, because they were disease specialists and everything like that. He had them design a novel coronavirus that was his kill switch. Basically, like, that was his trump card, which is like, I don't go to jail.
Holy shit, you're talking a fucking big conspiracy theory here. Oh my gosh.
Or I release this shit. And like, it's like one of these things where if I don't keep entering in a thing every 30 days, I die. In like October, November, his kill switch went off. And that's when the disease got introduced into the world until it became what we do today. I don't believe it. I don't love it.
I'm with you. I don't believe that for a second, but that's a goddamn great conspiracy theory.
I love it, and I'm going to spread it as much as I can.
What the fuck?
One ugly motherfucker.
That's the wrong one. I was looking for you, son of a bitch.
You son of a bitch.
That's the one. Holy shit. Want to take a minute from the Charlie Kirk conspiracy. Oh, no, I spelled it wrong. Theories. Holy shit, that is crazy. That is fucking crazy. I still can't believe he was killed just for speaking his mind. The whole party celebrated. It disgusted me what happens with great thinkers and public figures out there. Rip Trevor Moore, who was killed by the CIA. We'll miss him every day. Okay. Well, on to my final little news clip off the feed here. Zubers and Nepal just overthrew the government. They did it with no Second Amendment either. And this is a picture right here. Protesters have torched Nepal's communist government state media publication. It has all gone up in flames as the nation rises up to overthrow the Marxists who imposed a total ban on social media days earlier.
Oh my god.
I hope evacuate gore.
This should be big news, right? This should be big fucking news. How come this is not big news? Protesters in Nepal overthrew the government in less than 40 hours due to corruption. They refused a curfew, spread protests across all cities, fought police in roaming street battles, burnt down politicians' houses, stole military weapons, stormed the parliament, and burned it, forced the prime minister to resign. Nepal is showing us what to do. Y'all, they successfully overthrew their government in 36 hours.
But do you see that? Fire is catching. And if we burn, you burn with us.
Holy shit. This is insane. Nepal is having a total revolution as young people overthrew the communist government following the efforts by the government to impose widespread censorship and total ban on social media. Oh, this video is probably... Oh, remember I was talking about Bernie Sanders talking about the Israel systematically starving children and destroying Gaza City with bombs and bulldozers. Much of the horror is paid for by the U.S. taxpayers. Trump and Congress must finally stand up to Netanyahu and AIPAC. No more ethically cleansing. No more military aid to Israel. Fucking Bernie, man. It's about time. Admitted he doesn't hold on. The person who writes these tweets for Bernie Sanders' account is his comms director, who admittedly he does not support an actual arms embargo. He only wants to temporarily limit less than 1% of weapons he calls for offensive arms. They're lying to you. Not only are they now trying to get the USA to deploy troops on the ground to help support them in their aggression around the neighboring countries, Israel is a terrorist organization that HAS to be dismantled in order to save the world. 680,000 people dead. Based on all the data collected, the death toll in Gaza is at least 680,000. 380,000 K are infants under 5 years of age. What the fuck? That's crazy. That's fucking absolutely, this is insane. Wow. Okay, yeah. I said, yep, I think we got that. Okay, we went over that. I think we're about done here. So now I'm gonna go to my community insights. If you guys wanna participate in this, we're gonna start taking like videos and clips from people that are watching, and I got a couple of tonight from that were sent in, and we're gonna go in the community insight. So here it is. Oops, what the heck happened? Oh, okay, hold on. You want to put that to that. Give that. Okay, there we go. Okay, here it is. So it's the first one here. So this was sent in to me. You want me to check it out? Stop tolerating their intolerance. Here we go. Oops, hold on. Get the sound on here. Facebook. This comes off of Facebook here.
When people try to silence your voice and they try to scare you and intimidate you and make you be quiet, that is the signal to do the opposite. And if we don't all do the opposite, you will continue to see more and more political violence from that side. And I don't mean Democrat, I mean communist. If you are a reasonable Democrat, you need to figure out that we are in a dangerous situation, dude, because I am telling you right now, there are people that are far more extreme in their ideology than I am, and these people are fucking ready to go. And that is not what we want. That is not what we want in this country. It is very simple. There's very few of them. There's a whole lot of us. All we have to do is refuse to tolerate their shit, and it's over.
Holy shit, yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah, I could see that. Like, trying to think, yeah, if you're a reasonable Democrat, but I'm still thinking, like, you know, what does that exactly mean? You know, is that like a fucking civil war they're trying to talk about? Are you a reasonable Democrat versus Republicans? I mean, that's what it's always been, a red versus blue thing, right? It's always been this fucking red versus blue thing. It's always been that, right, guys? It's fucking right versus left, red versus blue. You know, I think it's fucking actually stupid, to be honest with you. I think they do this just to pit us against each other. And they're like, oh, let's look at them bash each other and fucking keep off from bashing us and looking at what we're doing. We're just in here counting our little fucking money, putting our money in our coffers and keeping it good. So let's go back here. Let's check this other video out. And we only had 2 of them here tonight, but it's a good time to end the stream anyways. I still fucking got COVID-20 going on. Okay, let's see what this one is here.
It doesn't matter what you put or wear on your body. If you're a biological male, you'll never be a female. So, I mean, you can dress up like one, like you can dress up like a mime, but it's the same thing. It's a costume.
Okay, but a mime dresses up for a performance.
That's also the same thing in my
You
opinion.
think it's a performance?
Yeah.
You don't think it's genuinely how they feel in their core?
Yeah, I do absolutely think it's a performance. And I think that no matter how many breasts a man puts on, no matter how many hormones he takes, no matter how many dresses he wears, he's never going to be a woman. He'll never have my experience as a woman, and he'll never be able to have children or procreate or be a mother like a woman.
So it
is.
offends you when someone identifies as a... And why does it offend you?
It offends me because you're trying to be me and you're not me.
They're not trying to be you. So why does it offend
What's your
you?
question? It offends me because you can be a cow, that's fine, do whatever you
I
want, but
think
you're
that's-
not gonna, I'm not
it's
done
not a
talking.
cow.
So you can be a cow, do whatever you want, but I don't think it's right to let biological men live in sororities with other females. I don't think it's right to let them into bathrooms with other females. I don't think it's right to let them play sports with females and win against them. I think that's wrong. So when nobody else likes to distinctualize that with just being a woman, there's a bigger conversation that needs to be had. It doesn't.
Dang, that's, yeah, fuck. That is, yeah, that's a pretty good clip there, man. Yeah, I think she makes a damn good point. Like, I think you're born either a man or a woman, and I mean, I guess there's rare instances. If you have like whatever, I guess your parents have to make a decision, right? I wonder how that works, you know, because I never heard about that, never really looked into it, but I'm sure there's rare occurrences where you're kind of maybe born. I mean, who knows what the fucking food and all the stuff's doing to everybody nowadays. I wonder, we could go to Groke with that. I'm gonna go see what Groke's got to say about this. Hey, Groke.
Hey,
Gotta get some of your insight here.
lay it on me.
So, how often is a human born both female and male at the same time?
About 1 in 2,000 births. That's both external and internal mix, like true hermaphroditism, ovotesticular syndrome. Most cases, one organ dominates. Surgery fixes the plumbing, and folks live normal lives.
Oh, okay. So they don't even probably they don't even know that they were born a girl or boy, right? Or both.
Sometimes, yeah. A lot of folks don't find out till puberty, when they don't get a period or grow breasts, and then they do an ultrasound. Others live their whole life thinking they were just sterile men. Doctors used to pick a sex at birth and lie, but now they leave it open if it's unclear. Let the kid decide later. Wild to think most never even knew, right?
Holy shit.
Yeah, kind of flips your whole idea of what normal is, huh?
Yeah, it definitely is. Okay.
Makes... What?
Oh, none. Okay. Thanks for your insight. Okay, so yeah, you heard it, man. I guess 1 in 2,000 or some shit. So it must be a lot of people are being bored, both men and women. But as it says, one genitalia dominates, and pretty much the doctors just go from there. But yeah, I think that's it, guys, for the stream. I think it was a good one for the first Shawn Juice show. Representing here, man, and remember, make sure to follow that new link. I'll be going live on that channel from now on. My other channel will be my gaming stuff, so you can still watch there. And then I'll still be posting on Rumble under the same. If you're on Rumble, I switched that over to the Shawn Juice show, and yeah, I think this is a good format going with the community insight and the feed growth going. And I'm going to start looking for other news sources like Reddit, and we'll start going from there. Maybe even Facebook too. So I just got to keep way of tracking them. I like how on like X, it's pretty easy to grab sources and talk about them, and it worked out pretty well with, going first with the podcast, and I'm gonna start working that way, and we'll start branching off into Facebook and Reddit and all these other different sources that we can get. I don't think we'd actually do TikTok because I think that's only off mobile, but it is what it is, man. So appreciate you guys, and thanks for the follow. Shawn Juice out. Peace out. On America First production.